Always something exciting going on at the Pocatello Zoo. We have Dr. Joy and Dan with us this morning to tell us about some exciting things to get people involved with the wildlife there. And first of all, we're going to talk about these enrichment camps. And you've brought something with us this morning, and it looks very interesting. What is this? And people have a chance to really get up close to this.
Yes, this is one example of a puzzle feeder.
Okay.
Now, what enrichment is we use either food or stuff in their exhibit to sort of keep their minds active. We can build them things to manipulate, kind of like toys. This is one example of a puzzle feeder. You'd fill this with food and they would have to move it around to get the food to come out of the holes. And so it keeps their minds active and their bodies active. And what the camp is kids creating stuff like this and actually implementing it. The keepers, we're working with our keepers. We love our keepers. They're going to let the kids actually into the exhibits to do stuff like this. So the kids are going to get really behind-the-scenes, hands-on experience at the zoo.
Yeah, a lot of fun things going on at the zoo. When is this enrichment camp going on, and what kind of kids are you looking for to come in and take part?
This is next week, and since this camp is a little more hands-on, like I said, the age is a little more wide, so it's from 6 to 12 is the age range. And yeah, the camp's next week, Monday through Friday, and yeah, we're going to be doing piñatas, ice blocks, all kinds of things.
A lot of fun things for the animals, and you've brought some animals. Speaking of animals, Dr. Joy, you brought some urban animals, things that you would find in Pocatello. Let's talk about that and how people can get involved with an urban camp going on.
Okay, yeah, we have an urban wildlife camp coming up the first week in August. And so we're going to do some hands-on with animals in the zoo and talk about how our habitats overlap with animals. Just because we're living in the city doesn't mean that we don't have wildlife all around us. So what I brought is, these are some salamander nymphs, which are little baby salamanders that I got in the drainage ditch over by the freeway by my house.
Okay.
There were hundreds and hundreds of them in there.
Wow.
And the birds, unfortunately, were eating most of them as the thing dried up.
But they're one of my favorites. They're so crazy.
They're very strange little creatures, and they live strictly in water, but they typically lay them in water where there aren't fish because they know that the fish are going to eat them. Unfortunately, though, the ones that were left in there are all probably gone at this point. And then I also brought a sagebrush, baby sagebrush lizard that 2 days ago was running across my front yard. And I live over there by the freeway. And so, I mean, there's just lizards and birds and stuff everywhere. So we're going to do things in the zoo, talking about the different animals, and because we have a lot of animals at the zoo that just live there that aren't captive, just like the little marmot that everybody kind of knows about, and squirrels and birds and stuff. And we're going to talk about rehab, because I do rehab, and so we're going to go over to my house and meet some of the animals I have over there. So we're going to do field trips on Friday and stuff. So it's same kind of camp. It's an all-day, all-week camp where they'll do morning activities and that, and then they go to the pools on Friday, and then we're going to have a field trip day on Friday.
Definitely a lot of stuff for people that have an interest in animals, interest in the wildlife, and just want to get out and do some exciting stuff. Really quickly, if people want information about either of these camps, what do they need to do?
All they have to do is call the zoo or come down to the education building, which is in the back of the zoo across from the by Fort Hall replica, by the animal shelter.
On the upper level, okay. Well, I appreciate both of you waking up with us this morning and bringing some fun animals and also a fun puzzle feeder. All right, Brandon, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks a lot, Stuart. Right now, here is a live look outside. A beautiful shot this morning. We do have a few passing clouds right now.